the first part, we got acquainted with Fahd, the hero of our story, who was invited by a friend of his named Ahmed to go out for a picnic with friends to the desert for camping. As usual, young people are always looking for interesting and terrifying topics, especially since they are in the depths of the desert, and with midnight approaching, Khalid, one of the friends, chose the subject of the jinn was interrupted by Yasser, warning them of the jinn, but everyone was eager to hear the story of Yasser and what happened to him when he was young. Read this part and we hope you like it. When he was a small child, Yasser went to the village where his grandfather lived to visit him, and when he arrived in the village, he was surprised that there is a story circulated by the residents of the village about an abandoned house located near the cemetery. A house or a place is like other deserted places, but about 3 years ago, the voices of girls and children came from the house, as if they were screaming from torment. These sounds were very terrifying for the people of the village, especially the children. One day, a 14-year-old child decided to enter this house to find out what was happening in it, and a great disaster occurred. The next day, they only found the head of this child lying next to the house, and here terror spread more and more in the hearts of the villagers and their children, and the residents of the village decided to leave the village completely and to abandon it forever, and the police decided to put 13 monitors in the village to find out the situation in it, but the misfortunes did not stop there. There are 4 admitted to a mental hospital. The strange thing is that the 4 observers who entered the mental hospital all committed suicide at the same time and the exact day, and a paper was found next to their bodies with separate words written on it. These words are, "At dark under sounds, under darkness, wind, moon, we stay, my home, death, suicide, hell, land, torment, middle, us." Those who read the message were shocked and they all decided to collect these words. The sentence after its assembly was saying, "Under the moon, between darkness, amid hot winds, and the sounds of torment, under hell, my home between death and suicide, we stay." He desperately wants to visit his grandfather's grave buried in the village cemetery, and here Yasser prepared the equipment and went to his mother, who lost his speech a long time ago, and told her that he had left for his grandfather, and although she tried to tell Yasser not to go there, he was determined to go. Yasser, his grandfather, was the kind and tender heart for him, because Yasser's father treated him badly. His grandfather, the terrifying thing was that whenever Yasser approached the village, he heard breathing sounds on his right and left, as if someone was sitting next to him and staring at him. And Yasser did not know that he would regret this decision the most for the rest of his life.